The new caves in Minecraft 1.18 Caves and Cliffs Part 2. In this video we will talk about the changes to world generation, specifically involving the caves, the new types of caves, and the new cave biomes. This information is accurate as of the pre-release 4. There shouldn't be any changes. If there are any changes, I will do an updated video. Let's start by explaining the changes to world generation and how they relate to caves. The caves are completely different from the 1.17 update and before. The first thing is the world height and floor have both been expanded by 64 blocks. Before, bedrock was at 0, now it has been lowered 64 blocks to minus 64. Sea level is 62, so this would double the space underground from 62 to 126 blocks vertically. Other changes are that deep slate will start to replace stone at Y layer 8 and completely from 0 to bedrock. Now you can basically use deep slate as a sign you are halfway between the surface and bedrock. The deep slate can have auras generated in it. This was in the 1.17 update, but you will probably see more of this in the game as there will be more deep slate. Blocks like dirt, diorite, granite, and andesite will not generate below Y layer minus 8. The tough block can be generated from minus 63 to 16. One other thing that should be mentioned is, as before, lava will generate close to bedrock between negative 55 and negative 63. Now let's talk about the new types of caves. These are called noise caves. There are three types of noise caves: cheese, noodle, and spaghetti. First, let's start with the cheese caves. They will have large stone towers stretching from the bottom of the cave to the top. The cheese caves are very large, especially compared to older caves. The cheese caves will be large enough that you can actually fly with elytra in them. The noodle caves are thinner and more claustrophobic caves. Noodle caves are a lot smaller and harder to navigate. The noodle caves can be hard to maneuver through and will be in unusual directions or shapes. Then there are the spaghetti caves, which are similar to the original caves. They will be long, thin caves. Another cave is the aquifer. The aquifers will generate bodies of water at different heights independent of the sea level. An aquifer is a water-filled cave. The aquifers aren't a unique cave, just one that is filled with water. These are also different from springs that are water or lava that can generate on the side of stone surfaces, creating waterfalls, or I guess lava falls. If an aquifer generates below 0, it will be filled with lava instead of water. Aquifers can create underground lakes that can have magma blocks at the bottom, creating a downward bubble column that will pull you down to the bottom. In this update, the glow squid spawning has been changed. Now the glow squid spawn below level 30 in total darkness and within 5 blocks of stone, deep slate, andesite, tuff, diorite, granite, and andesite. This means it is more likely to find glow squid in the aquifers. The glow squid is the same as the squid, except they can drop glow ink sacs that can be used to make signs glow in the dark and glow item frames that illuminate items in the frame. There are several ores that generate less if they are exposed to air. Water is different, so it is possible for more ores to generate in aquifers than other caves. Let's talk about the two new cave biomes. The Dripstone Cave is a cave biome that will be stone, dripstone blocks, pointed dripstone, and water. There can be dripstone clusters, which are large structures of dripstone blocks. The pointed dripstone can be facing both up and down. If the pointed dripstone falls on you, or if you fall on the pointed dripstone, it can do damage to you. If you want to know more about the pointed dripstone, I'll have a card on the top right. The pointed dripstone, if placed on a dripstone block, and there's a water source block placed above the dripstone block, can grow pointed dripstone and will drip water particles. It can also drip lava particles if lava is placed instead of water. If you place an empty cauldron under the pointed dripstone, it can fill with water or lava. This is the only renewable way to get lava in the game. Copper ore blobs are also more likely to appear in the Dripstone caves. The other cave biome is the Lush Cave biome. This biome will have a ton of blocks from the 1.17 update. The blocks are moss blocks, azaleas, flowering azaleas, hanging roots, spore blossoms, glowberries, moss carpets, small drip leaf, and big drip leaf. The Lush Cave biome is the only spot to find the axolotl mob. The moss blocks, when bone meal is applied, can turn surrounding blocks into moss blocks and generate azalea, flowering azalea, tall grass, and moss carpet on it. The moss carpet can be used similar to a normal carpet. Spore blossoms will emit green particles. There is no other way to get them than in the Lush Cave biome. The spore blossoms will have to be placed on the bottom of a block. The flowering azalea and azaleas are a mix of saplings and a flower. The flowering azalea and azalea won't grow into a tree unless bone meal is applied to it. If bone meal is applied to them, they can turn into an azalea tree, which is composed of oak logs, azalea leaves, flowering azalea leaves, and rooted dirt under the oak log. The rooted dirt blocks under the tree are meant to be roots. Glowberries are similar to sweet berries. They can be eaten and can be used by foxes to enter them into love mode. The glowberries have to be planted on the bottom of a block and will look like cave vines. Each time the vine grows, there is a chance for a glowberry to grow. If you apply bone meal to the cave vine, it can grow a glowberry. Glowberries emit a light level of 14. The small drip leaf is a decorative block. When bone meal is applied to it, it will turn into a big drip leaf. Big drip leaf can be used for parkour. If you try to stand on the big drip leaf, it will slowly collapse until you fall off. The Lush Cave biome is the only spot that can spawn the axolotl. They have to spawn in water on clay blocks. The axolotl is a mob that will attack other aquatic mobs besides the turtle and the dolphin. It comes in 4 colors. It can be picked up with a bucket of water. The axolotl can be put on a leash. The axolotl has to be fed with a bucket of tropical fish to enter love mode and breed. Axolotls can also feign death to regenerate their health. The best way to look for a Lush Cave biome is by finding an azalea tree on the surface or in caves. The azalea tree will have flowering azalea leaves on the tree. Under the tree will be rooted dirt blocks that you can follow down to find the Lush Cave biome. The azalea tree is more likely to be found in forested biomes. In this update, because of the cave openings and ravines, it is possible to see the cave biomes underground from the surface. You can also use the F3 key to see the biomes underground, although the biome on the surface will be different than the one underground. This applies to both the Lush Cave biome and the Dripstone Cave.